Yo, it's your boy DJ A, Break Room Podcast. We in here for the first official interview. We got your mans in here, Sergio Flores.
CCC, what's going
What's
on?
good, Playboy?
DJA.
Shit, what's good, my man?
It's a
Shit.
blessing, bro. I appreciate it, man. You
Hell yeah.
allowing me to come in here and on your platform. It's a blessing, bro.
Shit, my dog. You actually our first official fucking interview, bro. We haven't done this shit with nobody yet, and I was like, yo, I know this cat. He got a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? He definitely would be an interesting.
Nah, man, I'm just a
conversator.
normal person.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. So, shit, what you been up to, man? What's new in the world of Surge?
Just chilling, man. Trying to
Yeah.
raise my kids. Busy at work. Busy at the barber shop.
Barber.
I don't know, man.
Got a lot of avenues.
Hell
But,
yeah.
I guess I just wanna just get a quick background, I guess, on you. Like, where was you born? You know, how were you raised?
Hell yeah.
You know, your parent status, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, little backstory on Sergio.
Yeah, I guess, man, we could start way back.
Bring it back, player.
I guess my mom and dad, they met in Painesville, Ohio. That's where I was born. I want to say they met in 1990 in February, 1 year before I was born. My dad, he came from León, Guanajuato, Mexico, Central Mexico. And he's the first one in his family to come here to the United States. And he ended up meeting my mom at a party. You know, my mother was raised by her father, who's from Barranquitas, Puerto Rico. You know, so she grew up in you know, I don't know. It's crazy though. You know, like I don't know.
Damn. So how would you consider your childhood? Was it like, were you guys raised? You have money, or y'all kind of poor?
I mean, we grew up all right. Definitely poor, but we ain't never really want or need for anything. We was always fed, and
Hell yeah.
we always had a roof over our heads, regardless of the circumstances.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Hell
My mom
yeah.
and dad, they tried. They had their demons, but you know, they definitely tried. So yeah, I guess I was born in Painesville, and we stayed there for a little bit. You know, my mom and pops, they didn't really want me and my sister growing up in Painesville because of how the environment was, so it was understandable. We ended up traveling back to Sharon. I have a grandmother who stays here, so she was already familiar with the area. She's the one that actually convinced us to come from Painesville to Sharon to live, because it was a better and safer environment than Painesville. So yeah, I ended up making some mistakes and making a couple more mistakes and some serious mistakes. You know what I mean? And
Hell yeah.
I guess things just sort of happen the way they do sometimes. We can't control that.
Shit
Like what's
happens,
meant
player.
for us is meant for us. You know.
Hell yeah. So you said you got into some issues before.
Yeah, facts.
Damn, man, you had to do some time.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
good?
I sat down for a little bit. Got a state number already in Pennsylvania. I made some mistakes, man, that I'm not proud of. You know, I made some mistakes that I'm remorseful for, that I wish would have never happened or happened differently at that. You know what I mean? I'm very remorseful for what happened and what occurred.
Yeah. I don't know how detailed you want to go into that. I ain't gonna try to press you on that one, but
I mean, we can open up. You know, I definitely I paid the time for everything that I did, and I'm open about anything that anybody ever asks me. You know, I'm always genuine and real, and I always give it to you like just like how I see it or how it is. So yeah, I'm open to tell you. When I was younger, 18 years old, I had a .22 revolver pistol. No safety. It was a revolver and a Nike swoosh bag, and me and one of my homies, we ended up going over this female's house. You know, he was going to visit his I believe his nephew, and we was only supposed to be there for a little bit. We was gonna kick it there for a little bit and go back over to my crib. And during that process, that revolver pistol that I had, that revolver pistol that I had in that Nike swoosh bag, I had left it at the end of a couch. And when we went into the dining room to talk for a couple minutes, that revolver pistol that I had left in unattended, irresponsibly in the living room, her son had found it, played with the bag, and the gun goes off, and he ended up shooting himself in the leg, and it just was an unfortunate situation. So when that happened, I had ran into, when I heard the gun go off, I had ran into the living room, picked her son up, put direct pressure on his leg, and we called 911 and waited for the paramedics to arrive. When the paramedics arrived and the cops arrived, they had arrested me, and they had charged me with a firearm not to be carried without a license, a felony of the 3rd degree, tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, and recklessly endangering another person. And I would have much rather taken that bullet than her son or anybody for that matter. You know what I mean? Like, it was just an unfortunate situation, and you know, it was just crazy why I even had the pistol. I'm not gonna get into that because that's just for another time, and I really don't feel like being open about that. But
I feel that,
you
man.
know, yeah, I'm definitely remorseful, and like I said, I would have much rather taken that bullet more so than anybody, and I'm sorry. You know, I'm very sorry, but at the same time, that situation kind of made me and molded me into the man and the way I carry myself today. You know what I mean? So you could take a bad situation, you can turn it good, and there can be a lot of good that comes out of a bad situation. It's just how you look at it and how you approach it. You know what I mean? Like I said, again, for I don't know how many times, I'm remorseful. I had paid my dues already, and
You did some time over there, right?
yeah, definitely. I sat upstate for they sentenced me 30 to 60 months. Put me in a triple RI program because I was a first-time offender. I was only 18, 18 years old, already caught my first felony, so they sent me upstate, no county time prior to that. They put me in a triple RI program, though, that took like 8 months off my sentence, so I originally did 22 months, almost 2 years. And, being upstate was definitely different, too, man. It was a crazy experience.
Damn.
Definitely.
I bet.
Yes.
I ain't never been locked up in prison. I did county time, but I ain't never did no big bid, bro. How would you look at prison from walking in to the day you walked out?
Crazy, man. I was only 19 years old. It took them a year to sentence me. I had made bail. I did not want to sit in county, so I had made bail. It took them a year to sentence me. When they sentenced me, I sat about 2 weeks in county. Then troopers came and picked me up in county, drove me to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they evaluated me. And just walking into that yard for the first time, 19 years old, I was probably only like 145 pounds, soaking wet. In this prison, full of these murderers and, dudes that's been working out already 5 to 7 years. I'm only 19 years old, so it was crazy. I don't know, it's just crazy, the whole experience.
Damn.
And everything in prison is definitely like you wouldn't expect it to be, but it's segregated. Everything is segregated.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that shit. I've also watched Blood In, Blood Out way too many times, so that's what I assume prison's like. Is it anything like the movies?
I mean, that's definitely like West Coast prison. So it's definitely a difference between West Coast and East Coast prisons, but Pennsylvania kind of gets down like how the West Coast gets down, like you're with your race. Even if you're not like that, you're going to be like that, and that's just the way it is. Like, you're just going to be with who you are and what you are. So, when I went upstate, I was wilding at first. I was getting into fights and picking fights with COs, gambling, and one of the padrinos, he seen this. He was at the he was at the table playing dominoes in the yard, and he called me over to the table. He said, "Yo," he said, "what you doing? You plan on getting more time? You want to stay longer than what you're supposed to?" I said, "What you mean? What's that supposed to mean?" And he's like, "Shut up, sit down. You gonna learn how to play dominoes today." So I sat down, bro, and that moment changed my life, man. And because I was acting reckless at first. I could have caught more charges upstate and just being stupid and young and thinking I knew it all. And this dude, he took me underneath his wing and he taught me how to walk like a man in prison. He taught me all the do's and don'ts to do in prison. And he was a old school Puerto Rican.
Damn.
OG.
Yeah, that's where
cool
you learn
as
Spanish?
fuck, man. Cool as fuck. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I grew up hearing Spanish my whole life. Like I said, my dad, he's from Mexico. My mother, she was raised by a Puerto Rican, who barely knew English when he came to this country. She's first generation on her side, born in the United States on her father's side. So she grew up in a Latino household as well. So. Yeah, we just all grew up learning and speaking Spanish, like we just grew up hearing it all the time. My mom and dad, they would talk all the time. It'd be Spanish, Spanglish, whatever you want to call it. But I guess I never really gravitated towards it when I was a kid. Damn. It was something that I guess like how you said, I more so learned when I was locked up with the Ricans. They took me underneath their wing and they taught me how to move.
Yeah, it's crazy
made my time easy too. Made my time easy. Like Latinos, you already know, bro. We stick together.
Hell yeah.
You already know what it is.
Yeah. Man, I wish I knew Spanish, man. I'm envious over that.
Nah,
I wish I had somebody. It's hard being an adult Mexican and not knowing Spanish, bro.
Nah, it's easy, but we definitely judge you.
They be talking shit. Bro, everywhere I go,
we definitely judge you, but we accept you. You are one of us.
It's all right, because I can get you into the hood barbecues, player.
Facts. Go. I can do that, too. Let's get it.
So, when he was in prison, how you feel about the food? Was it decent?
Oh, man. I mean, where I was locked up, at first at Camp Hill, they kind of, fed you, as minute as possible. They kind of put you through the ringer in Camp Hill. They put you through them Camp Hill blues for real.
Oh, yeah.
Until you get your browns. And when you get your state browns, that's when things start to get a little easier. They sent me to Western to do the rest of my time. That place is no longer open. And Western, they actually fed you. They fed you decent. They treated you all right. I mean, it was a maximum security prison at the time. A little crazy. I was in there with lifers, and it was a crazy experience. But nah, they fed you. They fed you.
Damn. So
wasn't the best. Definitely wasn't calamari or nothing, but
I ain't never had calamari. That shit don't even sound good.
It's all right. It's not bad.
Well, when you was locked up, did you see any fucking craziness? Like, what's the wildest thing you saw while you was locked up?
Man,
like fights, like
I mean, there was a couple incidents, man. We like chomos.
What's a chomo?
No go. Chomo is like a kid toucher.
Oh, okay.
They are no goes in prison.
Yeah,
they get fucked up. I mean, excuse my language, but rightfully so though. But they get fucked up, man.
As they should.
And I seen some shit go down in Yard. Like my first time being out in Yard upstate, they pulled up on him, man. Like a whole gang of dudes. They pulled up on him. His first day out in Yard, fucked his ass up. Damn. He had to go file protective custody instantly. Yeah, so chomos are a no go, and I mean, for the most part, I ain't never really seen no stabbings or nothing like that upstate, but you definitely see a lot of fights and a lot of like the craziest fights that you would ever see in your life. Like they really throwing blows, like life or death. But no crazy stabbings or nothing. You see people get jumped. When you go to commissary, if you ain't riding with nobody and ain't nobody got your back, your commissary's gonna get took.
Damn.
So you gotta go. When you go to pick up your commissary, you gotta go with your crew and the people that rock with you, because if not, somebody else is gonna take it as you weak, and they gonna take your commissary bag. You gonna be hungry for the next 2 weeks.
Damn.
So you gotta click up immediately. Like I said, in PA, it's race segregated. I'm not like that. I know a lot of people that's not like that, but when you go upstate, that's just what it is. That's what prison is.
Hell yeah.
You gonna be with who you are.
Now, when you was locked up, did you see any like any like homosexual stuff? Like a bunch of gay dudes walking around?
Nah, I ain't never
you ain't
really.
seen nobody get
I ain't never seen nobody
butt taken. We can't say the R word on YouTube, but you ain't seen nobody get their butt taken.
I ain't never seen nobody
like,
get
yo,
they...
you my bitch tonight, kid. You
Nah,
know what I mean? Like pulling up, like, yo, don't play
I know
with me,
they
son.
say that shit be going down, and I'm sure it does. Fortunately, I did not see no homo activity go down.
Thank God.
For real, man. Nah, I did not see nobody shit get pushed in.
Nobody.
Thankfully, man.
Yeah, that's.
Nah, we don't do that.
Damn.
That's a no.
Well, that's good. That's good.
But there was definitely some homos in prison. I don't even know if I can say homo.
You can say homo, bro. Homo.
I mean, we live in.
You can't drop the F word anymore. I don't think.
I don't know. Like, we living in a cancel culture, and this is gonna be on the internet. So it's like, you gotta watch what you say nowadays.
Sometimes I wish they would cancel me, because then they would notice me.
No, I'm just trying to be mindful.
Nah, you good. You good. Yeah. Nah, I ain't worried
about that. Because I respect everybody, and what you're into is what you're into. Just know I do not pass no judgment. You know what I mean? What you're into is what you're into. Live your life happy and free.
There ain't no hate in my heart or nothing.
Facts.
I was just curious.
No
hate
you know what I'm saying? In my heart, but
you know how they be like, oh, you don't want to go.
No, yeah, I ain't never seen no gay shit. You know, no homo activity in prison. But there definitely was some Fruit Loops up there, and they was open about it. And there was rumors going around in the yard that the motherfuckers would suck dick for commissary.
Well, there's a lot of
I did not see no shit go down, but yes.
There's definitely some undercover gays, bro.
Oh, facts, bro. Facts. I already know, but no, I didn't see none of it.
So you ain't see no butt touching, huh? You ain't do no butt touching?
Hell no.
Yeah, you said everything was
I
on the
was
table.
a short timer, G. Shit. Them motherfuckers in there right now doing my time that I did on the toilet. I was a short timer. I ain't getting into no shit like that. I could never get into no shit like that, even if I was a long timer.
Yo, but
G.
they do got gay people in there though, right?
Facts.
So it's like you ain't gotta
they're open.
Nobody.
Nah, they're open about it. There's motherfuckers up there that's open about it.
Yeah,
I don't get down like
that. Well,
that.
because you know how everybody's like, yo, Big Bubba gonna get you in the shower.
No, I mean, like that's what I mean.
I'm
that
sure
shit could that shit could go down. That shit could go down, but you gotta click up.
Hell yeah.
You know, and Latinos, baby, we stick together, as I've said before. You know, so I was blessed. I was fortunate. You know what I mean?
So when you got out, how was life outside? Even though you was locked up for like what, 2 years, 3 years?
No, I was only locked up for 22 months, close to 2 years. It was 22 months and 15 days.
What was the first thing you did when you got out? Did you have a support system?
Shit, I remember, bro.
That's tough.
I remember, man. I woke up before count time even came. Count time is like when you supposed to be at your cell, and they about to do count for the prison and make sure the count's right. Then they ain't got no like escapers, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we ain't had nobody that tried to escape.
Yeah.
But I was up before count time. I was ready to go. CO came and got me, man. I had the whole block screaming, man.
Hey.
They was excited.
He's
for
the
me.
homie, man.
Right.
Hey, fuck with you.
Right. Everybody that I was rocking with in there, they was happy to see me get out. You know, I was young. I had made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
The circumstance was unfortunate. My circumstance, I thought, this would never happen to me. This would never happen to me. Yeah, it can happen to anybody, and it goes to show you, So CO came and got me, walked me to intake, signed out my papers, and he drove me to the Greyhound. I took the Greyhound.
That's dope.
Yeah, I had a ticket at Greyhound, so I took the Greyhound in Pittsburgh. That's where the prison was that I did time at, was in Pittsburgh, PA.
Yeah.
I took that Greyhound to Erie. They took me to the Greyhound in Erie, and my mom was waiting out there for me. My grandmother, the mother of my first child, Aubrey, she was waiting there for me, and my daughter, she was also waiting there for me, Aubrey, and I was happy to see all of them. To be honest, you know what I mean? Like doing all that time, like without seeing no family.
How far were you from here? Like,
I wasn't that far, but the support system that I had, it was far to none. You know, and it kind of like me sitting down in prison. It kind of opened up my eyes to let me know like who's really there for you and who's really not there for you. Like the people that you think got your back while you out. then them same people don't got your back. Like if you was forced a different hand, or you was forced to sit down and do some time, then people gonna forget about you. You ain't gonna get no letters, no commissary money.
That's real.
You gonna realize like who's really there for you and who's not there for you. So
yeah, that's definitely real talk.
But back to the Greyhound. Yeah, they had left. We had got some KFC. They dropped me off to the halfway house at West 2nd Street. Stayed at the halfway house at West 2nd Street in Erie for about 30 days, for about a month, and came back to Sharon. You know, I was on parole for about 3 years. Did my time on parole. Had shitty jobs, dead-end jobs that I was tired of hitting the clock, working for other people to make other people rich.
Hold on, real quick. At what point was it that you started working at the telephone place?
Because
that's where me and you really clicked,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't for that place, I would have never known you.
Facts. I mean, I'm thankful for that place too. You know what I mean?
It gave me connections from there.
It gave, I guess, Telestars. It gave me the ability to teach me how to sell myself, like how to market myself. You know what I mean? How to talk and be persuasive and buy or die type mentality for real. That's what Telestars
in yourself type of vibe. Yeah.
You know.
How long after you got out did you go there?
Immediately. You know, fresh out the halfway house, man. Like maybe 2 or 3 days. I went and applied there. I got interviewed. I don't know if he wants his name out there, you know, but I got interviewed by my dude, Money Making Mitch, Mitchell Colson. He interviewed me and gave me a job. He gave me a job immediately, man, and I was thankful. And I stayed there. I stayed at Telestars. I want to say I stayed there for about 3 years. I had left, went to another telemarketing place, didn't like it, went back to Telestars, and did the rest of my time on parole, because while I was on parole, they wasn't trying to let me cross states to go get my barber's license. So I stayed at Telestars until I finished off my parole, and I ended up going to school in 2016. Same year I got off parole, same month. I was in school, enrolled in within a couple days of me being off parole. That's just my mentality. Just go get it.
Get that bread, and also your PO be on your ass too. Right?
No, facts. Yeah,
Because you gotta have a job,
piss
otherwise they gonna
me.
mess with you.
Shit, I remember when I first got out, piss testing me every week, curfew, all that.
Mm-hmm. That's how it go, man.
Got to jump through your hoops, man.
You did it, bro.
Got to jump through your hoops.
And then from there, is that when you
got to learn how to play your role, man?
Cutting your hair, or cutting hair and stuff.
What's that?
Is that when you transitioned into cutting hair?
Yeah. I never really cut hair before going to school. Didn't have no type of experience. Just was tired of working for other people, like I have said, making other people rich. And nobody was really hiring felons. You know, people still ain't hiring felons for real. No. I mean, it's a possibility you might get lucky and land a good job, but I wasn't one of them people that was just gonna wait on something to happen or try my luck. I'm gonna make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna make it happen. So yeah, no cutting experience. Learned everything I learned inside of school and outside of school, more so like in the professional world. But definitely going to barber school changed my life, and I'm an entrepreneur now. I'm
nice.
sorry I got tongue tied, but yeah, I'm an entrepreneur.
Cause that's what you're currently doing right now. Is that your primary?
Yeah, that's my primary source of income. That's the main income for sure. I'm thankful for it, man.
Now, see, that's where you at right now. I want to back up a little bit.
Yeah,
I want to talk about.
Go back.
We got a couple, because before that, you was boxing.
Yeah, I grew up boxing. Boxing saved me from a lot of trouble in my childhood. I want to say I started boxing at the age of 13 years old. I was very young. Kind of a late start, though, for boxing, you know. But yeah, I started boxing at 13 years old. I started at Duck's Gym with Chuck Haskell. He had a gym up there on State Line of PA and Ohio, and he had one side MMA for the kickboxers and jiu-jitsu, and on the other side was boxing, where he had a boxing ring, speed bag, heavy bag, and I would go there every day, 5 days a week when I was a kid. You know, I didn't have to pay for gym enrollment or nothing. I don't know. This dude was just a good dude. Shout out to Chuck. You know, he knew my mom and dad really didn't have nothing, and I didn't have a gym fee, so I would just show up every day and I'd be dedicated, and I dedicated a lot of my time and energy to becoming a boxer. Like, I don't know, I really love boxing, man.
You still boxing now?
I just recently had a fight last year in the year 2022 at the age of 30. Sanctioned fight with Amateur USA Boxing, and I ended up winning a championship in May. So, you know, it goes to show I still got it.
You doing something
with
the
age
championship?
Is just
still holding on to the belt?
I still got the belt. You know, ain't nobody gonna take it from me.
So how's that work? Does somebody have to try to come and beat your ass?
No, that's not how it works.
Okay,
it's like
once
I got it, it's just it's basically like a
I didn't
trophy.
know if it was like wrestling, like, oh, I got the belt.
No. In professionals, it's like that. I'm only an amateur.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just an amateur sanction.
I mean, it's something you get to keep forever to know that you.
Facts. It's something that I can show my kids that anything can be achieved. You know what I mean? As long as your mind is dedicated to it, it can be accomplished.
How many times you got your ass whooped in boxing?
I've lost twice.
Okay.
In my whole entire longevity of boxing, I've lost twice. And rest in peace to Kai Yancey's from Warren, Ohio. I lost one time to him. He ended up going into the military services, and he lost his life, I believe, overseas. So rest in peace to him, man.
Yeah, it's definitely RP.
That guy's definitely a champion, for sure, man.
Yeah, that's definitely a sad situation.
So yeah, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, Kai Yancey. I'll never forget you, G.
Yeah.
You still remembered.
Were you ever a fan of what's that boxer from Youngstown? He was real big. What's his name?
Boom Boom Mancini.
Nah,
we got Kelly Pavlik.
Yes, Kelly Pavlik, bro. I ran into him a few times when I was DJing out there. He wasn't the boxer that I knew.
Nah, he's definitely not the same Kelly Pavlik that won a world title.
Well, he's had
a few little different. He's had a couple beers.
Problems.
It's okay.
It's okay.
A couple beers. It's okay. We all got our demons.
That cat's haunted by the fucking whole thing. Yeah, but anywho.
But nah,
was you ever a fan of him though? Because he was a pretty big name back in the day.
Yeah, we got Hector Arroyo too. Over there, we got there's a lot of talent that come out of Youngstown, man. We gotta give Youngstown their credit.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what's up. So he was doing boxing. Now, also, I noticed because we've been boys for a while. I remember when you was dropping mixtapes and albums. What's up with that, man?
Man, I'm just a creative person. I enjoy being creative. I like to express myself. You know, I'm not gonna let nobody tell me differently. I'm kind of a jack of all trades. You can't put me in a box. You know, I can be a barber, I can be a boxer, I can be an artist, I can be whatever I want to be, because can't nobody tell me differently. You know what I mean? I can be whatever I feel like I want to be. I'm gonna be. But yeah, I did music for a little bit. Still do music. Once you're creative, you're always creative.
It's in you. Yeah.
Facts. And once it's in you, you're born with it. It's either you got it or you don't got it. You know what I mean? But
how many albums did you put together?
I got 2 albums that are released.
Nice.
I got one song that ended up making it on Fat Joe's mixtape, Dawn Talk. It's something that I never actually talk about.
That's a big thing, getting
definitely
on Fat Joe mixtape.
Yeah, it's something I never really talked about, but definitely an accomplishment. Ended up posting one of my videos and clips of the song Ski Mask on Instagram on my social media platform, Copa Manteca. And Fat Joe ended up seeing it. I ended up promoting it in New York City, and Fat Joe ended up seeing it, and he ended up putting a fire emoji and jumped in my DMs immediately, like after I posted it, like as soon as he seen it.
That's what's up.
He gave me the opportunity. He was like, "Yo, I want to put this song Ski Mask on a mixtape that I'm releasing, Dawn Talk," and it was actually the first series of Dawn Talk that Ski Mask ended up making it on. So it was an accomplishment, to be able to work with a legend who's worked with Big Pun and, I don't know, Fat Joe himself.
Fat Joe definitely a legend.
He's a legend.
Fat Joe heavy.
So yeah, it was an accomplishment. So
up,
it definitely kind of made me see like, okay, maybe I'm doing something right.
Yeah. You're still making music, right?
Cause yeah. Like I said,
last time you was in the studio?
It's been a couple years, to be honest. Yeah, it's been a couple
years.
Back. Facts, but
I'm putting together a little mixtape, bro. I'm on you in it.
You already know. Like I said, once you're creative,
I'm not like DJ Khaled, but I'm kind of.
Nah, you better than DJ.
Well, because
Khaled.
I'm actually an artist.
You are
too.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm gonna give you your flowers.
Oh snap! This ain't my show though. Anywho, now what you saying? Go ahead. about your mixtape or your?
So yeah, me making it on Fat Joe's mixtape Don Talk was definitely an accomplishment, and it was a milestone in my life. So if I never even make it or make it out or whatever you want to call it, it was an accomplishment just doing that. So
That's what's up, man. That's definitely a dope accomplishment, man. Just to be seen by somebody that you've listened to for like damn near your whole
and
life.
that I can message.
You know what I'm
I can
saying?
probably message right now. He'd respond.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
I've never ever wanted to take advantage of something like that. I'm not
Yeah.
that kind of person to
Hell
be
yeah.
like the real me, like the me on the inside, really want to like hit him up every day.
I
But
feel that shit.
you
'Cause
know,
it's like,
but
yo, bro.
I don't want to. I don't
just
want to
wanna build
burn
a
that
rapport with
bridge
him.
though. You know, because
Uh,
that's a bridge I might need one day. So I
Yeah.
just.
You want to
know.
lightweight make her your man best friend, you know?
Right,
Like, yo,
facts.
bro, what's up? Yo, yeah, I got a couple.
It's like
couple-
starstruck.
Yeah, I got a couple like celebrity cats that follow me on Twitter, and when I first got them, I was like, yo,
That's how
I
it
should
be.
say something to him, but it's like
It'd be
nah,
overwhelming.
because once he sees that, he
Facts.
gonna delete me. You know what I mean? Like I got a couple cats that follow me from my DJ years. You know what I mean? And it's like I always want to like tag them and shit so I can try to get more exposure. But like the one cat, Plies, he follows me.
That's
and he,
crazy.
And he only follows
That's an
5,000 people.
accomplishment. That's an
You know what I mean? He only
accomplishment.
follows like 5,000. So I'm like, I ain't trying to have him cut me because I say some dumb shit. So I'm waiting for that one moment I drop something fire that I need him to just.
I feel
look
like
at.
that's just us being human though.
Yeah.
Like the real us, like I said, like
Yeah.
I want to be able to hit them up whenever,
Yeah.
but you don't.
Yeah, see,
wanna,
I ain't no
you don't-
fanboy though. See what I mean?
See, that's what I don't want to
look at
be.
they
It's
just
like
normal
a
people to
fanboy.
me, you know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
right?
It's
Because
just-
they really are.
They got better connections than we do, and they can probably get me in front of somebody that I need them to.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But that Fat Joe is definitely higher than fucking anybody I have. You know what I mean? Like, because I only got like Nitty Beats, Side Cats, and like. you know what I'm
Plies is
saying, Plies, and
definitely
I forgot
somebody
there's a couple
though.
other
Plies
cats,
is
but-
definitely somebody.
Nah,
You gotta
Plies
give
is hard though. I
yourself your
fuck with
flowers.
Plies heavy. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I gotta do something. We gotta do something, bro. That we can, reach out to him and get his attention. That way he can maybe fuck with us or even talk shit on my shit just to get me a little bit of exposure.
Facts,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? Because any publicity is publicity. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's bad.
They say we're 4 people away from meeting the people that we need to meet to make our lives different for the better. We're 4 people away. That's what they say.
Bars.
Those is facts. 4
What time is
people
that? I'm
away.
clipping that shit. 16 minutes. All right. I'm clipping that shit. That's going to be a clip right there. Them quotables, bro. I'm about to make you a TikTok star. Look in the camera and say that shit next time. Yo, you only 4 people away.
That sounds
That's
good.
how you do that TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I mean-
Hey, whatever, bro.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. All right, what I got on my
I'm just
list?
being me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if I can give somebody else grapes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you grapes. We gonna eat.
Hell yeah. So we're gonna go back to barbering because that's what you're doing right now.
Yep. Still
I s-
barbering, still cutting hair.
Yeah, I've seen you transition from a few different barbers. It's like you're trying to find the right spot for yourself.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying.
like being a barber, you definitely gonna move around a lot. You definitely just gonna be wherever the money is. You gonna go wherever the money goes. So, for the longest time, I was jumping around from shop to shop in Ohio, Youngstown, Warren, Howland, Niles, just jumping around everywhere. Just
Mhm.
building up experience. I've been cutting hair, licensed for about 4 or 5 years now. I lost track, but yeah.
Damn. So I see you was in Ohio for a little bit.
Yeah, and
Now you transitioned into PA.
yeah. So I was cutting hair out in Youngstown for a little bit for a long time actually, and I just get tired of commuting back and forth from Sharon because I stay in Sharon all the way over to Youngstown or wherever. So I don't know. I just felt like Sharon deserved a good barber, and I wanted to bring my talents and everything that I learned from these other barber shops back home because I feel like home deserves it. Our people deserve it. You feel me?
Hell yeah. That's what's up, bro.
And
'Cause
it's
I
not
know-
only for Sharon, but our surrounding areas too, bro. Everybody deserve it. I just wanted to bring it back home.
Yeah, you wasn't too far, but you was. You know,
Nah,
when you in a rush.
but you know how
sometimes-
like small-minded some people can be. Like,
oh yeah. 15 minutes
right.
is far for them.
That's far for them
Yeah.
because they can't get back and forth from Youngstown to Sharon or whatever. But
Yeah. I admit
to a lot of
sometimes I
people
went-
that is a lot. That's far.
I
To
admit
me, that's
sometimes
not
I go to
far.
the
To you,
closer
that's
cat,
not far.
Yeah. I went to the closer cat just because I only had like an hour. You know what I mean? It's like I
Facts.
gotta hurry up and get a cut.
And that's how people
Yeah, I
are.
mean,
So
but
that's
yeah,
why
that's
I
how
just
it
wanted
is.
to bring it home, bro.
Home is where the heart is, bro. This is your community. You know what I mean? And I've been trying to take up for the community lately. You know what I'm saying? Us being adults now. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like where you at now is like the perfect spot for you.
I mean, I'm still growing. There's always room to grow.
Yes.
And
yes.
I've learned through trial and error. It just, you always want to humble yourself first. And, like, the rule that we learned when we was kids, treat others how you want to be treated.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't have no enemies in life. I don't have no hate in my heart for nobody in life. I don't have no resentments. I move with love and peace. If somebody else wishes me harm or wishes me something foul to happen to me or my life, that's on them.
Mm-hmm.
Let them deal with that. But as of me, I don't hold no hate or resentment in my heart, because it's like it takes too much energy. It takes too much energy out of me to have those feelings in my heart. So I've learned it's just better to move with positive vibes and positivity.
Yeah. Positivity. Good. That's some dope shit, bro. A lot of people don't move like that. A lot of people wake up with just so much hate in their heart, bro. It's crazy to me.
Facts.
I mean,
No, I can't do that.
I'm not a hateful person, bro. Not a
Same.
hateful person at all.
Same, man. You got to treat people with love and kindness, man. You never know what somebody else is going through.
Hell.
You know what I mean? You could be making somebody else's day better by saying, hey, have a nice day,
Hell
or
yeah.
just smiling,
Mhm.
Smile at somebody. They might want to see it.
Hell yeah. Damn, bro. You lived a little interesting life so far, man. It's pretty.
I mean, I'm still, like I said,
Yeah,
I'm
you're still young, though,
growing,
man. You got a lot of
I'm
living
still
to do.
growing. I'm still trying to figure out life myself. I'm only 31. I'll be 32 this year in September.
Yeah.
Still got a lot more living to go, man, and I feel better than I did when I was 18. So I feel like time is, for real, is just an illusion.
Yeah. Well, something else I want to touch on is I noticed you've been working on your own clothing brand, bro. And that's pretty big, man. Is that the shirt right there?
Yeah,
Or the
this
hoodie?
is one of them.
That's hard, bro.
King Illuminati clothing.
Man, how come you ain't bring me one, bro?
I got it for you in the whip, bro.
Yo, what's up?
Trunk fit.
Yo, speaking of that, I was gonna say, what's up? Is In the Cut gonna hook us up with some sponsorship? You know what I'm saying?
It's already sponsored right now, baby.
Shit.
We already sponsoring it right now.
Trim a week gonna keep your name in the rotation.
We sponsoring it right now, baby, as we speak.
Hell yeah. Mark's In the Cut Barbershop featuring
Sponsored
Sergio.
by-
You know what I'm saying? It's one of the best barbershops in the area. Make sure you pull up.
it is the best.
It is the best.
It's the
I ain't gonna
motherfucking
lie,
best.
bro.
We the best, like DJ Khaled said.
The best. No, that is
Fucking
for real.
DJ Khaled.
That is for real one of the premier barbershops, bro. And that's why, like, because you know me, I invested a lot in that barbershop
Man, Mark is
myself.
who inspired me.
Yeah, I mean, what's up?
Mark is who inspired
Exactly,
me. Let's
that's what I
give Mark
mean.
his flowers.
Yo, that cat has inspired a lot, and I plan on doing the
He
interview.
inspired me.
I'm gonna interview him too. I just need some practice
He
under my
deserves
belt
it.
because that man has been through a lot, and he deserves.
You don't
his
need no
flowers.
practice. Look how effortlessly you're doing this right now. Come
That's
on,
just because I'm a
man.
natural pimp.
You a
I
natural.
mean, I know how to talk to these hoes.
Fact. Watch yourself.
Uh-oh.
Might get
Pause.
canceled.
Ah, shit. I like hoes, though. Yeah, no, I definitely want to get Mark on here. Like, this is my first interview, bro. I never interviewed nobody, but
Well, I'm grateful, man.
I'm trying to get some cats in here, and like, I mean, you interesting, so like, you got a lot of shit going on.
I'm not that interesting. I lived a crazy life, man. Like,
Well, you an internet celebrity now, bro. You like you on?
no way.
You got Instagram popping. You got
No
you know
way.
What I mean? Because I'm gonna throw in a couple clips of some of your stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, I mean whatever, bro. I mean I'm an open book. My story, I don't have nothing to hide from nobody.
Mhm.
I've always been truthful. I've learned through trial and error. It's always better to be truthful and to always be yourself. Don't ever put on an act for nobody. Stay true to you and to who you are, and good will always come.
hell yeah, definitely. When you getting on the internet, what beat do you pull up? Like, what type? Everybody has a type.
Melodic type beat.
Is that what you type in?
Yeah.
See, because I'd be like,
See, but when I listen to hip hop, I really don't have a preference. I'm really open to anything when it comes to hip hop. I don't know. I just got a lot of love for hip hop, and even where it started and where it came from. Like I grew up listening to Big Pun and Run DMC with My Adidas. My mom, introduced me to all these hip hop
that was that
artists.
shit.
You know what I mean? Like
Hell
I
yeah.
grew up on real hip hop.
Hell
For
yeah.
sure.
What's the first CD you ever had?
First CD I ever had that I remember listening to would I think it was Coolio's. I can't remember the album, what it was called. But,
Was it the one with Gangsta's Paradise, or was it the one with 1, 2, 3, 4?
Gangsters, not Gangsters.
Oh,
Paradise.
okay.
That was kind of like. That wasn't like my first time listening to hip hop. Like I remember my mom putting in a tape before CDs.
That was just the first one you had, huh?
Yeah, that's like the first one that I was like
yeah,
really
I feel
in,
that
like,
shit.
Like CD for sure. That was the first one.
First
I
one
had.
you chose and you wanted.
Well,
and you
not that
vibed.
I chose it, but it was in my dad's like CD case. So I gravitated towards it. Like I'm gonna put this one in.
Yo, it's crazy how we grab our musical choices from the people around us that we raised
Nah,
by.
facts.
It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
this is the stuff I was raised.
What's your
on.
mom listen to?
Okay, so back to the tapes. So like literally like cassette tapes. You know what I mean? I remember like my mom listening to Houdini's Friends. You know
Oh
what I
shit,
mean?
that
Like,
was that
come
shit.
on.
That was that shit.
Hip hop too, bro.
That is hip hop,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Houdini.
Friends.
How many of us have them?
Dun, 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 dun,
Facts.
dun, dun.
Let's go.
Friends.
Friends.
Yeah, I mean, that was that shit, bro.
Ones we can depend on. Friends.
Hey. Yeah, that was that shit.
Facts.
Yeah, I was definitely getting down to that shit, bro.
Houdini. Everybody like Houdini.
Hell yeah. Damn. Yeah, I honestly, my dad had like this midlife crisis one time where he bought himself a car with tinted windows. It was real low and shit. Had big ass speakers in the back seat because he didn't want to drill through the trunk.
Though, bro.
Old school shit, you know what I'm saying? But he was banging shit like Vanilla Ice and Ice Cube. Like that's like two opposite shits. But I remember I stole this Ice Cube tape and I was like, thought I was the man. But I used to have an 8-track player.
Everything, man, for real.
Hell yeah. I used to have an 8-track player.
You say you had
With
an
the
8-track
Beastie
player?
Boys. With the Beastie Boys. That was one of the first shits that I had. I didn't
hip-hop,
choose the
bro.
shit.
Beastie
But
Boys
that's,
is
yeah.
hip-hop.
Well, that's when my love for hip hop really started to develop when I was like fucking 8. I mean, we didn't have the internet or shit like that.
Facts.
So,
No,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
we
saying?
didn't have
Yeah.
that. We wasn't.
I had
as
this 8-track
privileged as
and
these
there
kids
was
are now.
the Beastie Boys was one of the songs that were on this 8-track, and another one was like the Beach Boys was also somebody. You know what I'm saying? And they were singing The Jungle or something. In the jungle or some shit. I forgot what it was, yo. But it was the fucking, you know what I mean? So I had a variety of shit I had to listen to. But I ain't had shit else, you know what I mean? But hip hop, Houdini, I wish I had some of that shit when I was a child.
I was a kid, bro.
That shit was hard.
That wasn't the only thing I grew up on though. Like my dad, like I said, he's from Mexico. First generation, born in the United States on my father's side. I grew up listening to música cumbias, música ranchera, corridos. Listen, my mom on my mom's side is salsa, bachata, merengue, reggaeton. So I grew up listening to like multicultural music, you know, hip hop, a little bit of splash of reggaeton with the cumbias from my dad's side. I don't know, like I grew up listening to kind of everything.
Yeah, I
you
feel
know.
that. Definitely feel that shit, bro. That shit was hard. I never really got down with the cumbia, to be honest.
I don't like it. Like if it's Spanish music, it gotta be reggaeton for me, and salsa or bachata's okay for me too.
Cause I did grow up
Cumbia's
around
okay. I
that.
mean, I like cumbia, I guess, cause it's more like, I don't know, it got more like more style to it, I guess. I'm not.
Yeah. I noticed you do Spanish music and shit. I noticed that. Cause as I was trying to make some of your little videos before, I was like, yo, I don't know what this cat's saying, but that shit sound hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's because I grew up listening to Spanish music too, so it's like I gotta express that in the music. I guess I make for myself too. You know.
Damn, that's crazy as hell, bro. Crazy as hell. Trying to hear another beat?
I mean, you could throw something on.
Or yo, damn it, bro. I literally just had something I was gonna talk to you about. I cannot remember what it is now. See, that's why I don't be getting smoky. You know what I mean? Fuck, bro. Damn it, I was just watching something.
I mean, we all watch a lot of things.
Hell yeah. No, I was watching you been watching any shows on Netflix or anything lately? Any
I'm
episodes?
just finishing up that last season of The Walking Dead. I'm
Ooh,
still.
boy, I finished that whole.
Yeah, I'm
Finished
still.
it.
I still gotta. Don't spoil it
That's
for
my
me, but-
baby.
Yeah,
Just-
I'm years.
I'm
I'm
not gonna
years
say
invested
nothing.
into that show.
Nothing, bro. That shit was dope. Dope. I ain't gonna say. I'm really not gonna say nothing. Nothing at all. But that
I
shit
love
was
it,
dope.
man. I do.
What
I know
episode you
there's-
on?
I'm on episode, I believe, 16.
Okay, we got like 2 more or something. No, let's go to 23.
Yeah, it goes about 23, I think.
I saw all of them. I watched. I waited. I literally paid it like $8.99 just to watch the last 2 episodes or some bullshit.
I'm
And
invested.
Bullshit. Yeah. Now that shit is definitely hard, and they're definitely. I don't know if I want to say that either though, but they already have advertisements. They're definitely coming out with a fucking rerun, not rerun, but a spin-off type shit with some of the main characters, and that's dope. Did you watch the other one? What the fuck is that one? Fear of the Walking Dead.
Nah, I didn't. You know what?
Bro,
I watched.
that shit was dope. Too.
Was it? See, okay. I started watching it. I was a couple episodes invested, and I'm like, you know what? This is just not It's not the Walking Dead.
Honestly, bro, I think the storyline on this one was way better.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
But
Maybe
it was
I
even
just
though
gotta
it's the
give
same
it time
shit,
to warm
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
I just gotta give it time.
I just like it that the lead cast was a Mexican.
You know what? And I know a lot of people probably ain't a fan of Negan, but I like Negan.
Negan was hard.
I just like how real he is. He's just a real person.
Negan turned into the GOAT, bro. He's the GOAT.
I got a lot.
Yeah, he got his own show coming. Him and his girl. I don't know if he got that far, but he got a shouty, and they got their own show coming.
That so yeah, I watched that. I've been getting into the Game of Thrones. I finished the Game of Thrones. Now I've been watching the House of Dragons.
Damn,
not
I
sure
never
if you
seen none of that.
I mean, I'm kind of a nerd, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, and when I'm with my kids, when I'm with my son, I watch Dragon Ball Z Super. Like, I'm still a kid at heart, you know. So.
Yeah, honestly, I ain't never got into Dragon Ball Z. I played it on Fortnite a couple times. I was the guy with the ball, but I don't know if you play video. You play video games at all? Anything?
Yeah, I play video games.
I'm
not a big gamer, but I'm definitely open to playing video games. I grew up playing the Nintendo and Nintendo 64, the GameCube, all of those classics.
What about the VR? You tried that?
Oculus, yeah, I did try the Oculus Quest 2. My kids both have one. And I don't know. I don't like it, man. I got motion sickness, and I guess my son said that it takes some getting used to. But
I get a little motion too. I have one. Everybody here has one except for my girl.
My son said you could build up a tolerance for it, but it's
you can adjust it. Honestly,
to.
Bro, you can adjust it in the settings to how much you need it to move. What it does is just shrinks it like that kind of, so it's easier on the eyes, so everything around you doesn't you know what I mean. Because that shit fucks with me, too. I got that one game I play, and I get sick from it sometimes. And I fucking love it. I want to play that shit. It's the fucking zombie game, bro. I want you to play it. I might pull it out one of these days for you. Because literally all
what
you
is
do
it, The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
My son has that game on the
Did
Oculus.
you play it?
I played it.
You
That's
played
where
it?
I got
Oh.
motion sickness. You actually the one that introduced that to me, man, when we was over here kicking it not long ago.
Yeah, that shit was fucking, that's my shit, bro.
Yeah, you the one that introduced that game to me. So you the one that actually introduced the Oculus to me. I actually went home after kicking it here with you. I'm like, man, I got to get my kids this Oculus.
Oh, yeah, that bitch is
and
just
that's
hard,
what
bro.
we did, man. We ended up getting it for our kids.
I think they're going to be the future, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, it's
maybe
definitely
not the
future, man.
Oculus 2, but the virtual reality world, bro.
Oh, bro, that's just the start.
It's crazy.
The Oculus is just the start of what
the
we're gonna be able
PSVR 2
to
is
do.
going to be the start, or it's going to be the real big one, because the graphics on that shit is retarded. Like, it's seriously, it's going to be hard. Like, that bitch costs more than a PS5, and it needs a PS5, you know what I mean? So, it's like fucking damn near $600 for just the VR system itself.
That's
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Then you got to have the PS5, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, fuck that. I might try to see if I can get it hooked up to a PC, though. You know what I mean? I'm trying to create a world. Yo, I'm gonna clip this part out, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm working on right now, all right? You're gonna be like, bro, for
You ain't
real.
gonna want to clip it out.
I don't want nobody steal my ideas, bro. That's how they do around here.
It's patent
It's-
already, so fuck them.
Don't fuck with my ideas. But what I'm gonna do is in like the metaverse, bro. Right now I literally have it built already. I'm working on it still, doing some renovations. I got a building. It's a club-sized building. I got VIP sections. I got tables, chairs, everything, bro. I don't know if you know anything about the metaverse.
I do.
It's literally
I know a little
it's
bit
literally
about
just
that.
like
That's the future, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was
It's-
trying
it's-
to envision it, and I could see it, bro.
yeah, it's like it's like a video game style, walking around and shit. But this one is just like me and you, but in a virtual world, right? Say like you got your Oculus on, I got mine on. We're just walking around this world.
That's crazy.
It's like you see me. It's like, yo, bro, let's go kick it somewhere. Well, what I'm working on right now is I have a building I sat up
where
It's-
everybody can come.
anybody
and kick
can
it
come, bro.
around the world.
But you got to pay one real American dollar to get in. All right.
yeah, but imagine if you get 1 million people to do that.
Well, exactly. Well, this is the thing.
What do you mean, Aaron?
Well, this is what this thing. It's not just a building,
crazy,
and it's
bro.
not a
See, now
club.
you got my wheels turning.
Hold on, bro. Listen, watch. It's not a club. What it is you go inside, bro, and you pay $1 to be able to sit here and you watch these amateur comics that don't have to go up there with their real bodies. They can even change their voice if they want to, and they're gonna go up there and give this shit a shot, trying to make motherfuckers laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's a comedy club for the virtual world where it's like there's a rating system and people, like the whole crowd can buy digital tomatoes and they're awesome at the mug. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like you can go up there, bro.
This is the future.
You can go up there, you know, like say like a fat dude wants to be a comedian, but he's too big, bro. So he can literally put the Oculus on and go up there as a regular person and be able to crack his jokes off and maybe make some fools laugh and shit.
Even if he
what I'm
wanted to
saying?
as a dragon.
Bro, he can go up there he can go up there whatever he wants to.
The comedic dragon.
He can identify as a bench for all I give a damn.
That's a gamer tag.
You know
The
what I'm
comedic
saying?
dragon.
Dragon.
The comedic dragon.
Yo, for real though, like I think, and then like my goal is to eventually get a big comic to come in and start doing shows. You know what I'm saying? Because this is like, I don't know if you've ever been to a digital concert, but it's literally a real venue. It's like there's a stage.
It's just like a real club.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like how it would be in
that's what I
real
mean.
life, and you would have to hire people to come and do them shows.
Yeah.
At your venues.
Yes, it's gonna be dope, bro. It's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure a couple people thought about this already. My man's actually gave me the idea. I didn't get the idea myself, but you know what I mean, me and him was working on it together. I mean, I'm just the one that builds the shit. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
But that shit's gonna be hard. I'm working on it right now. The shit's looking dope as hell. I'm gonna be introducing
This shit sounds fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna be introducing it here real soon.
That's our future, bro.
That is our
Regardless
future.
if people wanna acknowledge it or not, the future, the metaverse,
Definitely.
it's definitely the future, and it's taking
Mhm.
over, man. It's crazy the things that we're able to do with technology nowadays. Because we didn't grow up having a lot of that shit. We grew up kind of like in the internet generation. You
Hell
know,
yeah.
like before internet really took off and blew up.
Hell yeah. So what you think about that Krishan Rock situation in Blue? You know anything about that shit?
It's- I mean, love is love, but it's
You
definitely.
see that shit lately? The latest shit.
I mean,
Like I be
going-
watching like I'll be hooked to all the like
Facts.
podcasts and hip hop news, so I see all that shit like instantly. So
Nah,
I'm
facts.
up to date. Like
Facts.
you saw she's pregnant.
I mean, I heard rumors that she may have been pregnant, but have you been seeing the way this chick been drinking?
Just yesterday, did you see her get kicked off a no jumper, bro?
It's crazy.
I can pull that shit up, and put it
Yeah,
on screen.
security. I heard they yoked her up.
Yeah. Well, they didn't yoke her up, but they did have to pick her up and take her outside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's supposedly pregnant. I don't know.
Well,
though.
she posted that she was pregnant.
like if he's gonna call her a bitch,
Yeah.
you know that man he gotta expect back for that woman to call him a bitch. You know what I mean?
Oh hell no.
I mean,
Yo.
you gonna call her a bitch, you gotta expect her to want to call you a bitch, cause that's how she's gonna feel. Like, why are you calling me a bitch? You're a bitch.
Hell,
She's
bro, there's
only
a big
human,
difference.
bro.
To me.
I mean, you gotta look at it both ways, though.
I don't see it like
You
that.
do.
Yo, I
mean,
feel
you
like
you gotta
a
look at
woman
it both ways.
cannot,
You're gonna call.
under
Listen, if you're gonna call your
circumstances.
girl, you're gonna call your wife or your queen, your wifey, you're a bitch. You gotta expect her to want to call you a bitch back.
Well, so
That's just
listen,
how I look at. I don't know, man.
I listen. I feel you on that, but that's not. I don't know. Maybe it's an age gap because the way I look at it, like this, like I look at it like
I feel no,
no
your queen
woman.
right. It should work both ways
Yeah.
though. Like you shouldn't want to.
Well,
call her
well,
that
bitch
either.
means female.
I mean, I've
so when you
called,
call
I've called
a woman a
these
bitch,
things, but then I don't get mad when I'm getting it. When I'm
listen, when
getting
you
called
call a
it
woman
too,
a bitch,
you know
that
what I
doesn't mean. Honestly, a bitch means a female. Just means a dog, though. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying when you
female
call a
dog.
man a
female dog.
female dog, that's like not
Female
only are you a,
dog. But
a
to a
girl,
woman,
you a
though,
dog. You know what I'm saying? You a
Fact.
female bitch. You a
You
bitch,
a
dog.
dog.
You a
right.
dog. You a female
you a
dog.
girl
but when you call
dog.
a girl bitch, it's like you just a dirty dog. You still a bitch. You still
Right.
a girl, but you a bitch. You a dog. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like a bitch. A girl call. I was gonna say a bitch calling me a bitch. Now a girl calling me a bitch. That's like her trying to say I'm soft. That's her trying to say you ain't no man. It's like that's in my manhood. That's different than just saying I'm just an asshole at the moment. That's like saying you ain't a man to me. You know what I'm saying? You bitch.
Nah, I feel you.
You feel me?
Your
So,
wife should.
yeah.
Your wifey should always want to respect her man and her king, and vice versa. You know, like it should
Hell
work
yeah.
both ways. Though I I see it. Like, I understand.
Now, a woman call me a bitch, I instantly lose respect for her. Everything that we had, out the motherfucking door. And I don't know if it's for life, but it's for right motherfucking now.
I
You know what I'm
feel
saying?
you.
Now, if I call you a bitch, you might be a bitch. Nah. Well, I try not
gotta
to listen.
look at it
I don't
both ways,
listen. Well, I
though,
don't call.
man.
I really don't call my girl out her name. You know what I'm saying? If I do, it's some like dummy or something stupid. It's never like I try not to be disrespectful like that.
Bro, we can say
We-
some. We're
We've
human.
been through that
Listen,
shit.
We're human.
Well, I'm old.
We
I've
can
been
all
through
say
that.
some
I've been through that
toxic shit
phase.
in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, bro. I've been through that phase.
We're
I'm
human.
past that
Let's
part
just-
now.
Let's get that out the way
saying?
first.
But, yeah,
everybody's
no.
only human.
Listen, took us some time to get through that phase, but we're finally through that phase
grow.
in our lives.
We grow.
Now, you know what I'm
Every
saying?
day
Other
we
people,
grow.
they still call each other, you fucking bitch ass F word, you know what I mean? Like all that craziness. And to me, like it's fun and shit, but you don't realize that shit is fucking with somebody's head. You know what I'm saying? Because when you call a man a bitch, that shit lingers in his head. Like every time you
I
look
mean,
at her,
if I'm calling-
you look at her and you think, yo, she just looks at me like I'm a fucking bitch. Yo, I ain't no man to her.
If
You know what I'm saying?
calling, listen, if I'm calling wifey a bitch and she calls me a bitch, I guess I gotta chop that up, bro. I don't know. I mean, I kind of see what Christian is saying. That's her name, right?
Krishan Rock, yeah.
Christian.
Oh, you talking about that one clip about them?
Yeah, like she was saying, like, if he's calling me a bitch and I'm calling him a bitch back and he gets mad at me, like, and takes it to the extreme, like, you
Yeah.
gotta expect that. Like, if you calling me a bitch, you gotta expect me to call you a bitch back. Because to a woman, the bitch word is like, that's just as bad as like calling her anything else. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of the most least favorite words to a woman is to call her a bitch. So I get what she's saying. I don't know. I try to avoid it. I have called women that in the past, especially in the heat of the moment. Like I said, we're human and we could all say toxic shit
Hell yeah.
when we're mad. But yeah, I definitely understand. So to avoid me not getting called a bitch,
You just
I
don't call him a bitch.
I don't
huh?
call her a bitch. You feel me? I avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, listen, I feel it, and I don't want nobody or everybody to think that I think it's cool to call anybody out their name. That shit is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I do
in the heat of the
believe
moment, though,
there's
we
a
say-
difference. Nah, heat of the moment, a man should always keep a level head, no matter what. That's what makes him a man.
No, but at
You
the
feel
same
me?
time, in the heat of the moment, we could say some crazy shit.
Well, we do
We're
say crazy
human,
shit.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
We're
Like,
only human.
Yeah, see, but that's where the self-discipline part come in. You know what I mean? I be having this conversation with my homies and shit because, motherfuckers be battling issues and shit. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I'm lucky.
Oh, bro, we
I'm
all have our
lucky that
problems
myself,
behind doors.
I've learned the discipline because
Maybe even in the
in the
open.
past, I was a motherfucking jerk, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I said like the worst
Same.
things. I try to say things just to
Same.
get the rise. And
Same, man.
and that must have been my narcissisticness. But I mean, I've definitely cooled out a lot of bit because I don't want no smoke no more, bro. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I'm not looking for
It's too much
sneaky
energy.
links. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to be the dirty dude I was before. You know what I'm saying? But that also changed my motive on how I treat people, I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, when you have some dirty shit in your mind, it makes you treat people differently when you feel like that they have an inclination of what you're doing, kind of. You feel me?
Nah, facts.
Like when, because it's the guilty mind.
It's
you know what I mean?
wasted energy and too
Yeah.
at the same time, man. It's
Just like you want to smoke some weed and somebody's taking your time. It's like, bro, I need to go hit this bowl or I need to go do that. You know what I mean? Or, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, though. You know what I'm saying? But, like when you are guilty and in your mind you feel like she knows something, and every time you feel like you about to get caught, you get all fucking angry type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I know motherfuckers that be doing wrong be fucked up in their relationship to the way they treat people. You know what I'm saying? And it's that guilt thing.
facts. No, the guilt will always set in, man. Guilt will
yeah.
always, if you're doing wrong to somebody, and I don't know, the universe just has this way of working too. Like, if you're doing wrong to somebody, you gonna feel it. Just, it's only human too to have that guilty conscience.
Yeah.
You know,
Hell yeah.
just try to do right by everybody. I know it's easier said than done, but that's the only way you can expect anything good in return.
Hell yeah. So what's up, man? You still be freestyling, right?
I mean, I think I still got it.
You gonna give me one, right?
I got you. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Let's
Back
get
for
it.
the first motherfucking time. I mean, it's your man, Copa Manteca on the break room. I mean, you about to drop this hard ass freestyle. Y'all ready for this?
CCC.
I got this beat ready for your ass, player.
CCC. CCC. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Gold chains on me like 3. So OG still wear white tees. We go back like MP3s of music all day on MTV. Nothing in life's come free. She told me that talk is cheap, so I wouldn't put gold in my teeth. Your bitch wanna gobble me G's. Push down the throttle. I'm on the ocean on skis. Beautiful. Bliss, come take a dip, don't trip. Flowers handpicked, try this. I'm mindless. I'm as high as pilots, I'm lit. I'm sick in the head, my pocket does flips. Scope is equipped, don't trip.
Hey.
That's it. And we'll be right back in a jiff.
Woo! Break podcast in this bitch.
Facts. Break room in this bitch.
Hey.
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is.
Lit.
DJ A.
Let's get it.
Kobe Manteca. Break room podcast.
That's it, baby.
You know, hey.
We lit.
Hell yeah, bro. That shit was hard as hell, man. That freestyle go hard.
Well, I appreciate you, man. And
shit,
before I leave, I definitely want to give you your flowers, and I want to thank you for everything that you've done for the community as well, man. You're an amazing DJ, great father, just all around great guy, man. I have nothing bad to say about you, and if I feel like if somebody don't like you, there's probably something wrong with that person.
Oh yeah, my dog.
Genuinely. And before I leave, I want to give you a hoodie.
Oh shit!
I know it's not much, man, but
get one of the.
Yep.
Get one of the
King Illuminati. Let's go,
ooh
baby.
Shit! Yo, you hooking me up, player.
CCC.
Hell yes! Look at that bitch.
Yeah, we good.
I'm about to rock that hoe. Hell yeah! Shit, check this bitch out. Damn, this shit go hard. That shit. Yeah, hell yeah!
That's
I'm about to rock that shit. My dog.
Girl, you know I got you, bro. It's love.
It's Kobe Manteca, man. Make sure y'all check him out, man. Go. You want to shout out your insties, your
well, music is at Kobe Manteca, and just my personal Instagram page is open to the public too. It's not a private account. Nothing about me is private. You know, I'm open about anything and everything. You know, you got questions, ask me. I'm open. You know, I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. I'm genuinely me. But my regular personal account is at Mr. Sergio Flores, and my Facebook. That's just if you know me, you know me. You feel me?
Sergio, hell yeah, good shit, bro. That shit go hard as hell, man. About to rock this shit heavy. Yo, if they want some of your merch, where can they find that? Just on your insties and stuff.
I mean, I really ain't no websites right now. I'm just kind of just like like I don't know,
King
like,
Illuminati. Hey,
it's kind of like a trunk fit. You know, I got it in the trunk ready for you. You pull up on me and you can get you one, man. Good quality. Every time I drop, I'll never drop the same design twice. So once I drop one design, I'll never make the same design twice. So every time I drop, it'll be something new.
Oh yeah, where you get the ideas for these?
I don't know, man.
I'm just coming up with new shit every day.
I'm a creative person.
Damn,
I'm just a creative individual. Like I said, every design will be different. My dog, I have a pocket, an American pocket bully. She inspired these hoodies, and I grew up on Pokemon, so it's kind of like animated Pokemon with the pocket bully. You know what I mean?
Go hard, man. Once again, man, Sergio.
God bless you.
I'm saying, good looking, plug.
Thanks
for pulling up on us. You know what I'm saying? Break room.
Hey, Bobby.
You know I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, follow your man Sergio. You know what I'm saying? Doing big things.
Let's get it.
You know what I mean? Stay tuned. It's gonna be dropping soon.
Facts.
We got some pods on the way. We got some future endeavors. We're gonna definitely have him on a pod one of these days. Just gonna be off the chain.
Salute.
Once again, Serge. My
That's
dog.
love, baby.
My dog.
We out here.
We out.